Hello friends, this is Jack from Choco Anime Recap, and today, I'm going to recap the second part of the 2023 action fantasy anime called Attack on Titan, Season 4, Part 3. But before that, it's my humble request to every person who is watching this. Please like this video and share it with your friends. The journey aboard the flying boat is filled with unease as Onyankopon steers them towards Fort Salta. Although the fuel is only halfway filled, he assures Armin that he will ensure their safe arrival and urges him to pledge to stop the rumbling. Armin agrees and puts his trust in Onyankopon's abilities. In the passenger compartment, Armin leads a meeting with Levi, Peak, Reiner, Mikasa, Jean, and Connie. He presents a rough sketch of Eren's founding Titan based on the descriptions provided by Levi and Peak. However, both of them caution that it is uncertain whether Eren is positioned at the nape of the Titan, given his possession of the Warhammer Titan's powers. Peak suggests that even if they are uncertain of Eren's location, they have the option of using Armin's Colossus Titan to completely destroy the entire founding Titan, as he did during the Liberia raid, obliterating everything in the port. Despite feeling uneasy about the memory, Armin agrees that it would be the most effective way to eliminate Eren. However, he wants to try talking to Eren before resorting to such drastic measures. Levi supports Armin's plan and offers an alternative option, to kill Zeke, who is the key to Eren's control over the founding Titan. Although he has no idea where Zeke is, Levi is willing to search for him within Eren's Titan if the group is willing to assist him. Jean agrees to do whatever it takes, pointing out that they have had to kill many of their former comrades to get this far, and they cannot allow those lives to go to waste. Connie recalls the times they had to kill their former comrades in order to get to their current situation. He particularly remembers killing Samuel and Daz, who accused him of being a traitor while claiming that they were saving the world. Reiner sympathizes with Connie and acknowledges the pain they all carry from their past actions. Despite his doubts about being able to forgive himself, he places his hand on Connie's shoulder and reminds him that they must still strive to save humanity. After initially being taken aback, Connie ultimately agrees. Jean expresses remorse for blaming Reiner for his past actions, as he himself became a killer in order to save people. In response, Reiner shares that Eren had a similar conversation with him during the raid on Liberio, and he believes that Eren may actually want them to stop him. This leads to a discussion about why Eren has not yet restricted their actions, despite having the power to control all Eldians. As they discuss this, they suddenly find themselves transported to the paths Armin attempts to communicate with Eren, pleading with him to stand down as he has already caused enough damage to keep Paradis Island safe for centuries. Armin's friends join him in taking responsibility for their actions and trying to make amends with Eren. The disembodied voice of Eren announces that the rumbling will not cease, and he will not leave the fate of Paradis to chance. In the center of the paths, Levi notices a figure, and as his friends rush towards it, they are surprised to discover that it is a younger version of Eren. Armin inquires why Eren has not taken away their powers and suggests that they talk things out now that they are in the paths. However, Eren refuses to entertain any possibility of diplomacy. He has decided to strip the world of its freedom to ensure his own, but will not deprive his friends of theirs, granting them the freedom to oppose him if they wish. Nonetheless, since they have irreconcilable convictions, they are destined to fight each other. As they draw nearer, Eren's friends catch a glimpse of a younger version of him standing beside Ymir, bearing the same unsettling expression. Eren reveals that he has summoned them for one reason, to inform them that words will not suffice. If they truly want to stop the rumbling, they will have to kill him. Meanwhile, on the plain, Onyankopon observes his companions stirring from their journey through the paths. With negotiations no longer an option, Levi turns to their new leader, Armin, for guidance. On the ship, Kiyomi shares with Annie that they will be heading to Izuru, though she has doubts about her homeland's ability to function as a nation. Kiyomi is tormented by the realization that her actions facilitated Eren and Zeke's meeting, prompting Annie to ask what she would do differently. Kiyomi concedes that the past cannot be altered, but questions why it takes losing something as basic as respect for others to recognize its value. Annie reflects on memories of her past, including her father asking her to come home, Peak being a supportive friend during their time training as warriors, and pranks with the 104th while they were in the training corps. She also thinks about her bond with Armin, but ultimately feels that it is too late to turn back now. Gabby and Falco join her, and Falco shares that he had a vision of a memory belonging to Zeke. They theorize that Falco's ability to obtain abilities from other Titans may have resulted from Zeke's spinal fluid transforming him into a Titan. One of the clearest memories Falco saw was of a beast Titan with wings, leading him to believe that he may be able to fly as well. Gabby and Falco inform Annie that they are leaving, prompting her to make a decision about her own path forward. Annie strongly opposes the idea of Falco and Gabby leaving on the ship, fearing that they might endanger it, and worried about Falco's lack of control over his Titan. However, Kiyomi tells Annie that she would rather risk the ship sinking than live with more regrets. Meanwhile, Mr. Leonhardt is on a train bound for Fort Salta, armed with a rifle, and watching a skeptical Marleyan engineer. The engineer is grateful to the Eldians for saving his family from the rumbling, and helping them is his only hope for their survival. In the cargo cars, Falco's and Gabby's parents worry about the safety of their children. They wish the kids had never become warriors, so they could be with them at the end. Overhearing their conversation, Karina looks down in sorrow. A young man nearby suggests that Finger throw away his armband, but he hesitates because it was earned by his daughter, who sacrificed everything for him. As the airships begin to lift off from Fort Salta, Mr. Leonhardt anxiously urges the engineer to hurry, as they only need one airship to escape. Meanwhile, smoke is spotted from the train, and the passengers realize that the rumbling has finally caught up with them. The airships move to engage, and the engineer becomes hopeful, realizing that the plan is to bomb the wall Titans from on high where the ships themselves cannot be reached. In other parts of the world, people from various nations are being flattened by the advance of the wall Titans. At Fort Salta in Marley, the Eldian refugees and their Marleyan engineer arrive only to find that the Marleyan military has launched all of their airships, leaving them with no means of escape. Above them, the squadron of airships serves as the final line of defense against the Titans. The fort commander speaks to his soldiers, acknowledging their past mistakes and how they led to the current situation. Karina, who is among the Eldian refugees, is reminded of her son Reiner and how she had used him as a tool for revenge. She falls to her knees in regret. Mr. Leonhardt kneels beside her, understanding her pain. The attack Titan is spotted, prompting the commander to call for a bombardment, but it is too late as the airships are too high and too spread out to cause significant damage. In the meantime, the squadrons continue to fight the wall Titans, with one airship falling prey to them. The Eldian refugees are left with no means of escape, but the engineer comes up with a plan to use the train as a shield and make a run for it. As they make their escape, they spot Aaron's Titan, and the refugees realize that he is the one controlling the rumbling. A partially formed Titan with fur dangles between the spines of the attacked Titan, holding on to strands of Titan flesh. The beast Titan clenches its hands and throws debris at the airship squadron, successfully bringing it down after breaching their explosives. The refugees are left in despair, but Mr. Leonhardt tries to find solace in the possibility that Annie and Reiner are still alive on Parody Island. Karina agrees and resigns to wait for the end, until a flying boat catches the attention of one of the children with them. Onyankopon struggles to control the boat as they are running low on fuel. Armin urges him to come with them as they plan to jump, but Onyankopon insists on flying them directly above the founding Titan and then making an emergency landing. The flying boat is struck by the beast Titan's barrage of debris, causing the left wing to be hit and the pontoon to break off. The passengers in the hold are jolted around, and Levi realizes that the beast Titan has arrived. With no need to search for Zeke anymore, Armin designates the Beast Titan as their primary target. Onyankopon brings the flying boat close enough, and the Survey Corps and warrior unit leap out. As the Beast Titan attempts to kill them with another volley of debris, Reiner transforms into the Armored Titan and protects his comrades by grabbing and slamming the Beast Titan onto the backbone of the Founding Titan. While falling, the Survey Corps act quickly to shoot their vertical maneuvering equipment's hooks into the nearest spine, using them to stop their descent. The Cart Titan, in its human form, lands last and transforms, holding a long belt of explosives. The refugees are shocked to see the warriors, including Reiner, and even more surprised to learn they are working with the enemy from Parody. Karina is overcome with emotion at the sight of her son. As the Eren Titan's head turns to look at them, Armin addresses it, saying that he has one last question to ask about what makes Eren free. He promises Eren's that he can answer after they extract him from the Titan's body. And this brings the anime to an end. Comment for part 3. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. Also, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on another video. Until next time, take care.